Hi, I'm Bill.
I'm Kathan.
And I'm Sammy, and welcome to my presentation for demonstration. For starters, I'm going to be showing you guys how to clean a paintball gun efficiently. For those of you who do not know what paintballing is basically the legal means of shooting others with this. This is what is known as a paintball gun or a paintball marker. Now I'm going to be using the word paintball marker, so do not be confused. This is what this is. This gun was my very first paintball marker and is known as a Spyder Sonics, and is what we're going to be cleaning today. Spyders are very easy to clean and are very efficient beginners for those of you who are interested out there. Alrighty, so one of the most important rules about paintballing or cleaning paintball markers in the first place is to never, ever, 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 ever start cleaning with the tank of CO2 or nitrogen in the back that fits right here. It is very, very, very dangerous, so that is a big no-no. Alrighty, the first thing we need is to grab all our materials. So what is needed is soap, a container of soap, soapy water, a washcloth, oil, this is what is known as a squeegee, and also a large space. It is very, very, very difficult to replace pieces of a paintball marker because usually they are small pieces. So it is very important to have a large space, so losing them will be more difficult. Also, to get oil, you have to be careful on which oil you get because there is a difference between what oil you use in a paintball marker versus what you would use in, let's say, an M9. Alright, so let's get started. First off, we do not need the barrel, which is this, and it can easily screw out. Alrighty. Alright, so this is this is the body of the paintball marker. First thing we need to remove. There is a small pen-like device that is the very key that holds everything inside. So it is very, very important not to lose this. And this is the pen right here. Alrighty, next we have that pen which holds another pen right here. Next is to remove that. However, it is key that you do not remove it without putting your index finger on the velocity adjuster, which is this end piece, because it will shoot out and knock someone in the head. So you need to put pressure on the velocity adjuster and remove the pen as such, and then put that next to the pen that was holding it earlier. See how it slides out like that? Make sure you put the pressure on there. So now you can remove this, which is known as the velocity adjuster, and you can place that to the side. Next to be removed is the spring, and with the spring is a nail-like plastic pen. These are these are also key to a paintball marker, so they always are together. So you can put those aside together. Alright, next, see this little metal jetted piece right here? We are going to push that out as such, and you can see a metal bolt come out. That's supposed to happen, don't forget. Now what is important, and before going on to any other steps, you have to put your finger or a thumb or anything to cover this bottom half, because the more you pull out pieces, there are other pieces in here that will fly out. Alright, so now you have something to cover this piece. So you are going to take that metal jutted piece and you're going to pull, and yes, it is not broken, it's fine, so this piece comes out. Alright, so next there is a long oval on top, looking on top of the gun, and there is a small hole near the bottom of this oval. This fits in like so. No, it does not go in all the way, so do not push. This acts as a handle, so you can pull out the rest of the pieces. And as you can see, more pieces came out. See how important that it was to keep that finger on that so other pieces won't fly out and you won't lose any. So what comes out is this black rubber tube-like contortion, and then this comes out and you can pull these pieces out. They will come out together, and they are supposed to be together. And they do come apart, and you must take them apart. This is what is known as a bolt, and this is what is known as a striker. Now these are what you soak in water. So this is where the water comes in. You simply toss them in soapy water and just let them sit for a couple minutes. we'll go back to the body of the paintball marker. Now inside there will be residue, dust, debris, whatever. To rid them, there is the squeegee. So you simply place the squeegee inside, push and push and push and push and pull and pull, and that will remove all dust and whatever that hides in here. It is important to clean this because this is where all the action of shooting paintballs take place. So you can put the body aside. Alright, so while the others soak, these pieces need to be wiped down with your cloth because residue will damage the interior, so you need to keep them relatively clean. Alright, so now you can take out these pieces. No, I did not soak them, but you need to soak them. It does take time drying them, so no, I didn't soak them, but you should soak them for 2 minutes. Alrighty, so you have the bolt and you have the striker. They must be dried efficiently. If you do not dry them efficiently, they will ruin your marker, your paintball marker. It is very difficult to dry inside these holes, being as they are so narrow and so deep. So there are other methods of drying them, like using a hair dryer. Alrighty, but once that is completed, we have to oil them. Yes, we oil only these 2 pieces, and this is because of these 2 rubber bands, like circular things that attach to the bolt and the striker. The striker has one at the end. If you could see, it's sort of like an orangish rubber band, and the bolt has 2. So you must oil these. If you do not oil these, it will cause friction in the interior of your gun, and it will just lead to havoc. So you must oil them. So we just place them. Oil, and make sure you put an efficient amount so no friction can happen. Alrighty, so with that completed, that is the basic means of actually cleaning the inside. So now we have to put it back together. First is the striker and the bolt. They came out together, they go in together. This metal piece fits into this hole, so you put these together. And how I remember to fit them the right way is the long ways face the same way, and they face down the paintball marker. As you can see, one fits in the first hole, this one fits in the second hole. How you put them in all the way, because they will jut out, you put pressure on the bolt and hit the trigger. Pressure on the bolt again, hit it on the trigger 2 times, not just once. Alrighty, next to go in is the spring guide, and the rubber tube. Now this is a 3-piece set and go in as a 3-piece set. And that's how I like remembering them. This goes in the second half. Place it nicely inside. And what follows that is the velocity control. As you can see, there is a groove at the velocity control, so you make sure that's facing up, because once you put pressure and hold that down, you take this pen and you put it where that hole is, and you see the groove will fit the hole as such. Now what's held the pen before holds it again, and so we're going to stick this where in that pen where this pen will hold the whole interior, so it won't all come out. And so you have your body again. The last is this, and you look at that oval hole on the top of the marker, and there is a hole on the bolt inside. So what you do, you just place that clip in there and you press down and you'll hear a click. So that's all you do, and to make sure it works, you just pull that clip back and it will hold there, and then you can push the trigger and it should jet forward. And that's how you know you did the right thing. Alright, so those are the basics of actually cleaning a paintball marker. And the most important thing is to never clean a paintball marker with the tank on, and always maintain it. After every paintball play, you should always clean your marker. So thank you very much, and see you on the field.